Hey. All right. Hello, everybody. We are joined today by three of us, Lindsey, Marly, and Marly's big old pimple. Like, hello.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I know that it sounds stupid, but those little pimple patches, those little hydrocolloid bandages,
Yeah,
that works, girl.
Well, Alora has one. I mean, this thing is like a volcano. Like it is just big and red. It is big and red. It's terrible. I'm like, well, whatever. It is what it is. Hello everybody. Welcome to day 6 of the Lindsey and Marly show. 24 days of Marly Bird and friends. How is everybody doing? Congratulations, you made it through the week. Like, it is Friday. I can't believe it's Friday. It is Friday. It is the 6th, so it's 19 days until Christmas. Is that right? 19 days? Can I math? 19 days.
Well, also day math is different than regular math.
Is it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
How so?
It is different because for years, when I was doing Hankmas, I would say it's 12. It was the 12 days of Hankmas. So if I end on Christmas Eve, then what's the first day you start? For 12 days.
So if it's the 24th, the 12th.
No, that's 13 days. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh my God.
Is everything a lie?
So you're telling...
To quote Michelle, because she is brilliant, numbers are squirrely.
Okay, so you're telling me I get one more day to work on my jolly holiday then? Because
no.
Yes,
that is not what I said, Marly
Yes,
Bird.
you did. Yes, you did. You can't. No takes backsies. You said I could start on the 13th and end on the 24th. And y'all heard it. It's getting recorded, bitch. You can't take that back. You cannot take that back. Robin, are you listening? We get an extra day.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, If you need 12 days, you subtract 12 from 24, it's 12. And somehow that's 13.
Yeah, that sucks. I get to start on the 13th. That is happening. That is happening. That is so happening.
Is my Christmas gift to you.
The gift of time.
The gift of time.
I love it so much. It's the best. Oh, all right. Okay. So Mindy says, in the same way that your birthday is really the end of that year, if you're 40, you are starting your 41st year. Okay, Mindy, I don't want to think of it that way. I don't want to think of it that way. Okay. So I'm wearing my ears again today because I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse sweatshirt today because I was cold. I was so cold this morning. So I have got my big old wool socks on and my Ugg slippers and my tights and my Mickey Mouse. So it feels good.
Look, this morning it was 19 degrees outside when I took my dog outside. So I made Dave take her outside because that's too cold. And then I realized I have to take her outside all day. So what did I do? Because I'm wearing leggings because I don't want to. If I'm sitting at a sewing machine, jeans just like cut me in half. I can't. So I'm wearing leggings. Did I pack a pair of soft pants to put over my leggings like they're a base layer and then a pair of wool socks so that my ankles are warm and then a hoodie to put over this? Yes, because now I have to get dressed to take my dog outside.
Okay, so speaking of pants, I don't think I've talked about this yet. Are you getting advertised the Judy Bloom jeans?
Every freaking day.
All the time, right? Okay. I was getting advertised them all the time. And I finally saw a pair that was advertised and it said high-waisted. I liked the way they looked. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get them. Freaking love them. Love them. They are so comfortable.
Really?
So yes, and I bought 3 more pair, and I bought them in the size that I got the other ones, but they're too big. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get the smaller size. Yes, they stay up. They stay up where they're supposed to. They have some like stretch to them.
Okay.
They're very stylish. They're comfortable. Like I actually wore them sitting in my chair all day and didn't ever have a problem. Like So I am telling you, the Judy Bloom pants, they are and the people I'm buying them from, it's a company called Whiskey Skies. They're on Facebook. They're out of Las Vegas, Nevada. I've had wonderful customer service from them. I like everything that they're doing. So I'm going to just give a shout out to Whiskey Skies. Let me go get their link so I can show it to you guys. I don't think it's I don't have an affiliate link, so I don't think I can. Whiskey Skies. Boutique. I think it's Biscuit Size Boutique. That has to be it. Let me go look. Yeah, this is it. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yes, this is where I've been ordering from. So I'm giving this to you guys because if you're like me and you've been advertised them and then you don't know where to get them from, like I've ordered them from this company. It's taken a little while to get them to me, not because I think it's just the mail. It just is what it is. But they're wonderful. Look,
I will tell you this about the mail system. Like, look, I talk to my mail person. His name is Carlos. We're friends.
Yes.
He's great.
I'm going to crochet while we're talking.
I'm knitting. Okay. I love Carlos. Carlos is great. And so like, I know that if I schedule a pickup that I get to see Carlos, and he always likes it because he has to come in to pick up mine. And it's either warm when he's cold or cold when he's hot.
Got it.
So like he's filled his water bottle because I'm like, please don't die. I've given him hot chocolate. Please stay warm. Like, you know, and then next door at the chiropractor's next door, he can get snacks. They have a fridge and he goes in and gets snacks.
Perfect.
Yeah. And so like he gets snacks over there, then comes over here and gets a beverage and we chat. But so normally he's here between 1 and 3 in the afternoon, depending on his route, right? Like between 1 and 3. And one day I was like, man, because like if he's sick, he has like a sub, like there's a sub. Sometimes those people don't know to stop and pick up. Like they don't read the schedule the same way. They don't know me. That's fine. It's okay. He'll come the next day. It's okay. And I was like, wow, it's late. Did I miss Carlos? Was like, I walking the dog and I missed him. It's weird. Right. And he comes wandering at 4:30 and I'm like, you okay? And he's like, it's already started. I was like, what? He's like, the holiday rush has already started. I was like, it isn't even Halloween.
Yeah.
It was like early October. He's like, yeah, I think it's just going to be really rough this year. So I was like, okay, so if you are experiencing a delay, the U.S. Postal Service is like, they're trying their best. And also I learned that the Smyrna post office, the one that processes my packages, is ranked ready for this 6th in the country.
Oh, wow.
Of like being awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. And I was like, well, that's cool.
Yeah. I usually don't stress too much about packages getting to me and whatnot, unless it's a sample. That's when I worry the most. When I'm getting a sample sent to me, or if I have yarn going to a contractor, like that's when I worry the most about things getting sent to me. Otherwise, usually I'm like, I'm okay. Like I don't worry about it. I feel like everybody's on the same time crunch and trying to live the same life we all are. Like nobody's trying to actively screw me over.
No,
it's okay. Like just, and I think that comes also a little bit of age and a little bit of running your own business. Side note, I love this yarn and I've said this before, you guys. Okay. Let me start off. This is not sponsored by Hirschner's, but I have a huge box of Hirschner's that I ordered. I ordered it. I paid for it. So they did not pay for this. It's the worsted 8s Heathers.
That's really
okay.
Great.
It is so soft and so lovely to work with. Like I am loving it so much. I've used it on the crochet cabled stocking I made. I'm making a hat right now. I love it. Like I love it. If you have not used this yarn or you're looking to buy from Hirschner's, can I give you my affiliate? And then I think they have free shipping right now too.
Oh, nice.
And it comes in such huge amounts and great colors.
It acrylic? Is it, well, what is it?
It's acrylic. It's 100% acrylic.
It doesn't look it. It looks wool.
It is like a premium acrylic. I am telling you, it feels so good. Look at those colors. Aren't those great?
I love that.
They're such good colors.
Are you making a stocking out of those colors? I need it. I need a stocking out of those colors, Marly.
I'll tell you what I'm making after this because I don't want anybody to know. But I'm just, and I'm doing it as like, okay, I told you I made the hat so that I had to take a break from the sweater
Yes.
because I was like, so the hat's done. Obviously, I haven't woven on my ends. So I'm like, all right, well, I need another crochet. So I just picked, I had this in a box, and I mean, about this months ago. I hadn't even opened the box. And the other day, I'm opening boxes, and Robin goes, "Do you realize how many people would just be dying to the fact that you have unopened boxes of yarn that have just been sitting there for months that you're just now opening?" I'm like, I said, "But Robin, you know how it is. Like, you know how it is. I've got so much going on that half the time I'm like, I just can't get to that right now." And so when I saw all of this, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember I bought that." And so today, long story short, when I was working on the knit sweater and I needed a break because of my hands, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go grab those colors, and I think I'm gonna make this, and because then I can crochet and just change my muscle movement, right? I love this yarn. Hold on, I'm gonna give you guys my affiliate link.
Yeah. Somebody at Lindsay said, yes, please give us your affiliate link.
Okay,
I've been
I'm
meaning
gonna
to
do
get
it for this. I'm gonna give you the affiliate link for this yarn. You can go there. You can get anything. Like if you use my affiliate link to go there, you can buy anything. But I'll give you this link so you can see exactly what yarn I'm talking about. Like you guys, and I'll be completely honest. I'm not a huge fan of acrylic. I'm just not.
Look, I think acrylic has a time and a place. I don't
Absolutely.
like it for like sweaters because I just don't like how much it pills. That's just my thing.
Now,
But I love it for a blanket.
this acrylic, like let me preface this again. I am not a fan of really cheap acrylic. How about
Yeah.
that? Really, really cheap acrylic. That's difficult for me to use. But if you're using like a premium acrylic, like a With Love or the Heathers, or like right now we're
Yeah.
using the Roll With It Melange, which I love,
Right.
or the
It
Brava
doesn't
Tweed,
feel like that doesn't feel like acrylic.
right, or the Brava, or the any of that, like any
I
of that
can't
is
believe
like,
that. Honestly, I can't believe that Brava's acrylic. I'm gonna be honest.
oh,
I have
it's
trouble
so
with that one.
nice. It's
So
so
nice.
incredibly nice. So I like those a lot, right? But I have found myself going more towards my premium acrylics lately than anything else. Like I have, like, this is Brava Tweed. I have another Brava Tweed project over here. I just did the whole first fall with Brava Tweed. Now I'm starting with this. I've made another thing with this. I want to do a blanket with this because it's such great yardage at such a great price. I don't know, like I love it. And like this is acrylic. I freaking love this.
Okay.
You would look so good in this.
Girl, look, I'm deeply obsessed with that sweater and I want it really bad.
You would look
Deeply
great in
obsessed.
this. You would look great in this.
Because
Oh,
you
and
know, I
what?
don't.
I was gonna say you can make it just a little bit longer and just wear it with your leggings.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. That's all you need to do. You
Yeah.
would look great in it.
So I'm having okay. I'm not
Okay.
also I jingle. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear anything.
Okay, it jingles. I have bells. So you can hear me coming.
Nice.
So
You what?
I'm having a thought.
Okay.
Having a thought.
Okay.
Like I know that next year you said things might be changing because you don't
Oh,
like your
absolutely. They're
meeting.
changing. Absolutely. There, no
Things are
doubt about
changing.
it. They're
Okay.
changing.
Because you said that meeting wasn't what you expected it to be.
No.
I have a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we love a book.
Yes.
We love to read.
Yes.
I get the whole temperature blanket thing, and I think it's gorgeous. I am not going to sit down every day and make 1-2 rows. I'm not.
That's literally never going to happen in my world.
Never going to happen for me.
Never going to happen.
However, there is this thing in one of my look. I am in a lot of sewing groups on Facebook. A lot of sewing groups because there's so much inspiration in there, guys. Like I just there because like also quilt market is coming. Like the quilt shows are starting back up, like for submissions.
Yes.
And so like they're getting a lot of rejection letters are happening. So there's threads in all of my quilting groups because I'm in a lot of quilting groups because y'all, you can't even imagine what people can do with fabric. Okay. Like if you think what I do with fabric is impressive, you got no idea. And so all the people who submitted quilts who've gotten rejection letters, there's threads of like, submit your quilt so that we can all give you some love. Right. I it's so good. Like it's so good. But before all of those quilt things, there is a movement in the quilting industry where you pick one block. It's the same block. You make the same block over and over again. It's like a pinwheel, a log cabin, whatever block you pick. you pick a block, and then when you finish a book, you make the block
Yes.
that matches the cover of your book.
Yes.
So that you have a blanket of your year of reading.
Got it.
That would be so fun to do as a blanket make along throughout the year.
That really would.
And then you can choose the books. We could choose the books. I don't know. I just think that sounds like a lot of fun.
I love that idea.
And there's something fun to that where like there's a book club element. So like there's a community element, but there's also like you get to go shopping for the yarn, and then it's a smaller project. So you don't have to feel like you're super behind if you miss one.
Right. So here's something. So, I'm going to start a podcast starting 2025 and it's going to be weekly. I'm doing it just one day a week. That's all I commit to right now. But maybe one of those weeks is a time that you and I go together on it and we talk about a book and we work on whatever the next block is or something.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Because you could do knit and crochet, because like as much as I would love to crochet a blanket, it's just not, I don't feel comfortable enough with my crochet skills to do that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a lot of.
It could be the Buy Crafty book blanket. Look at all the alliterations.
Oh. Okay, say you don't want to do blocks. You could do entrelac. And each of your entrelac like square thingies, your bias things are the color of, so you're changing colors each bias thing, but then that's not even like, that's not that much time to do that. Like you could do that very easily.
Okay, so Mindy, I see you. We see you are our people, Mindy.
Mindy is my people for sure.
Here's the thing. Your block doesn't have to be big.
No.
It can be little. If you are a person who reads 12 books a year, your blocks can be huge.
Right. I like the idea of the entrelac though, because then they're join as you go.
Yeah.
I'm liking this. Maggie, that's why you're a designer. So
can I just knit front and back?
So a couple days yesterday, Josiah called me after practice.
Yeah.
He's talking to me about his throws and what he's doing and, just like how he used to when I was just his coach. Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to him and going back and forth and giving him pumped up and getting him ready for tomorrow. And so we get off the phone call and he sends me a video of what one of his throws from practice that his coach sent him. So I watched the video and I'm like typing out what I see. I'm like, hey, I feel like, you could work the middle more. You could squeeze your knees together. But if you do these things and punch it they're going to like, this is little stuff. Right.
Yeah.
So I hit send. Just as I hit send, he's sending something to me. It's like Coach Sean said, I need to hit the middle more and squeeze my knees, like literally the same thing. And so I wrote back, I was like, jinx, because he hadn't read mine yet. Right. Like we're both typing at the same time. I wrote jinx and Josiah goes, yeah, it's almost like you're both coaches. Ha ha. I was like, listen, buddy, at least we know that we're on the same page. That's what it made me think about when Maggie was like, it's like you're a designer. I think that would be fun.
Marly, this idea right here has merit.
Such a bestie book club box. Take my money. We've talked about this.
We have.
We've talked about this. I mean,
that holds water.
The hard part with that is we couldn't include the book, but we could very much do like suggestions because I don't want to be responsible for buying books.
No, but here's the thing. Wait. Stop. We don't have to be responsible for the books. What if, I don't know if you remember, but we have a friend who's an author.
Yeah. I was going to remind you of that.
Authors. What if we partnered with authors for a month, and then if they want to buy the book, whatever format they choose, audio, digital, physical, they could buy it from that reader, from that author's website. So now we're supporting another small business.
Okay, so I think that's totally doable because the author you and I both know has told me that anytime I want to talk to another author and give her name as a reference, she's like, absolutely, just feel free to use my name wherever you want. I was like, thanks. Because I approached her about possibly doing more designs for books and stuff, like inspired designs by a variety of books. So that's definitely a great idea for sure. Like if we could even line up like an author a month, like 12 authors, line up 12 authors, work with them, say this month we're going to do this one, this month we're going to do this one. And maybe they give a coupon code or something where they could purchase independent authors on their website.
From their website. They get more money because they get more money from that. I'm right. Wait,
money.
Stop.
I love that idea.
I need notes. I need notes. Somebody. I need notes. Hold, please.
I mean, this is
a decent pen?
Okay. This is a good idea. So the thing there, okay, so then I'd have to figure out the yarn. I'd have to start sourcing where I would get the yarn. And that's always tricky too, because believe it or not, y'all, I'm very picky on what yarn I want to use in a box. So I don't know. Like I would love to come out with my own yarn line again. And I'm talking to another company right now about that possibility. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. But like you said, things are changing. Life is changing and it's okay. Like I'm going to be okay because I have a community of lovely individuals who are here who like what I do. And it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. All right. Are you just writing everything down? Everybody says they love this idea. Like the Erin Lane or the Destination Lane dossier, but with links to Audible, Kindle. We could do something like that. I will be honest, there's no way in hell I'm going to put that much time to create a dossier like that. I think it's wonderful. It's not going to happen. I barely can get a newsletter out. That is just not going to happen. I have spent all morning, you guys. I got down here at 7:30 this morning. I spent all morning from the time I got down here to when we went live, updating 2 blog posts so that way I could update the 2 new free patterns that are going out today, right? So updating, what I mean by that is it's optimizing SEO, taking out old links that don't work anymore, making sure you're linking to the yarn stuff to make sure those links work, give other options for yarns. Like it's a whole process, right? Same idea of finding links for a dossier, doing all that. From 7:30 to what you and I got on here like 5 minutes till. I was doing all of that, right? It's so much work. And I mean, Mindy, I'm not coming at you. Please don't think I am, because it's a great idea. I just know myself and there's no way in hell I'll do it. I just won't do it. I know I won't do it. And I won't tell Lindsey, oh yeah, I'll do it. And then leave it all on her. Like, I'm not going to do that. I won't do it. Yeah.
You do remember that I have an English literature degree, right?
I know, but you also have a ton of other stuff going on. Also,
well, but here's an idea. Right? So
Michelle, absolutely, Hirschner's would be a great option.
Yeah, I think so for sure. And like maybe if you don't have your own yarn line, you do an affiliate link or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But my thought would be like if this would require a lot of planning, and we would have to like design a knit bookmark pattern. That's a cute idea.
Mindy, but I'm not coming at you. That's what I mean. I have all the love for you, friend. All the love. I just want to make sure. I mean, you guys know what it's like when you're talking. You want to make sure that somebody understands that, I want you to read my tone and my actions, my words, the way I intend for them to be.
Melissa, I absolutely love all of my hobbies, but why are they so expensive? And then I have no time to do my hobbies because I have to work to pay my hobbies. This is the most relatable statement ever.
Yes.
Mindy, I've worked in middle school for 25 years. You can come for me. I have no feelings. I know this feeling so well. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I think that there's a lot we could do here, because also like if you wanted to do like if it would require a lot of planning on our end, like the lining things up, we would have to start pretty quick.
Yeah.
Not that that's a thing that you and I struggle with. Squirrel.
The hard part there is that, okay, keep going. I'm gonna let you keep going. I'm sorry.
If you wanted to do it and if you wanted to make it like a box where you sold the yarn, if we started now, we know what the cover looks like. You can pick the yarn colors to go with the covers in advance. And then we could do a similar thing to what we're doing here with, our super secret thing that launches later this month. We could do something similar to that. And then I could also design fabrics. And instead of doing bags, It could be like a book sleeve or a Kindle sleeve or like a,
Yeah.
you know, one of those adjustable book wraps
Yeah.
or whatever.
That
Because
makes
that
it
was
really
actually something
really
someone suggested book wraps yesterday to me.
yeah. Okay, so if I did this, I think I'd want to start in April. I know that sounds funny,
No, I
but
don't think
I
that.
have game day in February, tournament
Yep.
of stitches in March. And so it just makes sense to move it to April. And it could be absolutely something simple and small that I mean, you're doing it over the summer. You're not
Mhm.
overwhelmed with everything else that's going on. Like it seems like this is definitely something we could plan out. And that gives us more of a chance to work with some companies because it gives them time
Mhm.
frame too.
And Sandy McCowan, that's a great idea. You could do it quarterly. Like you get
Yeah.
4. You get a box that has 4 of it, or like,
Oh, I like that.
because it's less shipping cost too.
Yes.
So
Yes.
then you also get a preview, like you have the yarn and you have the fabric or whatever, but you
Yeah.
don't know what the book is. That could be fun too.
Oh, I like that idea. This is like Oprah's book club, but our book club.
It's the Crafters Book Club.
Yeah, I like this. I like this idea. Kim O'Haver says different genre. What do you mean? Like I'd have to read different genres? That's gonna be my hang up. Like I'm not gonna read self-help. I'm not gonna read horror. I'm not gonna read nonfiction. I'm not really even big much into thriller. I think that's gonna be the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Unless we had 2 different books, one was romance and one was the other, but we'd have to have somebody suggest the other and read the other to talk
Like
about.
I mean, I can make lots of I'll be really honest. I can make lots of suggestions on YA because I taught it for so long. But not
like
everybody
YA.
likes YA.
I like YA, which is funny. I like it, but I mean, I
can make a lot of suggestions about classics, but you guys won't like my opinions about them.
No, I don't. I will not read a classic. Guys,
Yeah.
life's too short, and I know me.
Look, I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't know why they're called classics because do you know who was reading? Do you know why they wrote the Scarlet Letter? The Scarlet Letter was like the Divergent of their time. It was meant to be entertainment. It was never meant. I have so many opinions. I have so many opinions. I can't.
That's okay. You're good. You're good.
I can't.
Well, I like this idea. This is a good idea. How did we get on this topic? Oh, there you go. Well, that's a lot of boxes. That's a lot of
things.
How could we incorporate that in? Unless each quarter was one of those, like romance spicy could go together.
Yeah.
So you could do romance spicy, thriller, mystery, and fantasy.
Oh, Michelle said cozy knitting or cozy mysteries. I do love a cozy mystery.
Yeah, I can handle it. It's not my favorite, but I could do it. I would do it for you.
Cause like I have a lot. Like, look, if you know what, Marly, you keep saying that you want to try Brandon Sanderson.
I do.
Okay, so I actually have a Brandon Sanderson that is not. Let me make sure I'm telling you right before I tell you this. Hang on, let me Google.
I've bought a lot of his books on Audible. I just haven't read them
yet. Silver Heart.
Oh, I'm not the only one that's not into cozy mysteries. Okay, good.
Sanderson.
Although I got onto Instagram last night and this woman was like, "Can we please normalize?" I want to say she didn't say the word trigger warning. She said something else, but essentially like a warning page on the front of books, because here I am in the middle of this book, and it's a Christmas book. It's a Christmas book, and I am 66% into it. And then all of a sudden, it's like a jingle dangle in his dongle. And she's like going on and on. Like she's so upset that there's spice in this Christmas book. To which the first comment is Knititude. Do you know who Knititude is? Like she's the one.
I think so.
She did the scarf with sleeves. Essentially, she's a
yes.
really wonderful designer. So this is Instagram talk, right? Book talk on Instagram, and she's the first comment. And she goes, "I'd be more pissed that I got 66% in, and I was just now getting to the spice." And I was like, "Hallelujah," because that was me. Like
me too.
Ranting that this book has spice, and I'm like, come on,
right? So Oh, wait, they've got a
It
new one.
cracked me up. I was like, okay, well, everybody has their own cup of tea.
Yeah. So, if you want to try a Brandon Sanderson book, he actually has a YA series that I read. It was one of the first books I ever read on Audible. It's great. It's a
Okay.
series and it's called Steelheart,
Okay.
Steel. It's a little sci-fi, little fantasy, little dystopian. Very good. I mean, in classic Brandon Sanderson form, very good character building, very good world building. Great backstory, awesome prose. Like he's a gifted storyteller. If you want to like dip your toe in the Brandon Sanderson world, Steelheart, Firefight, and then Calamity. It's 3. And I had to wait for all of those to come out. You're welcome. You don't have to.
Yeah, I bought a lot of his, but Mistborn, I think that's the one.
Yeah, Mistborn's a really large series.
Yeah,
It's a sweeping epic, is what I would be referred to as.
That's the one I bought. I was like, ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah, he's really good. But like if you want to dip your toe in Brandon Sanderson, I would say Steelheart's like a nice little like intro YA moment.
All right. Well, I'm liking the idea of the quarterly, and I'm liking the idea of quarterly themes. Like I'm cool with that. I think all of that is good. How did we get on this topic? Like I truly don't remember.
I don't know. You said something. We talked about Hirschner's.
Yeah.
And how much you love that yarn and how you wanted to make a blanket out of it. And then I went on to a thing about quilts.
There you go. There you go. See, look at that. They're all connected. They're connected
if you have ADHD.
I know. I'm telling you. So last night at dinner, I went to dinner with John and some of our friends, and I'm just talking during dinner, having wonderful conversation, talking to both of them and just having a good time. And we get in the car afterwards and John goes, well, I felt like I couldn't talk during that. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, I tried to talk and I couldn't get a word in edgewise. You just kept going and going and go. He goes, you had a story that was 20 minutes long. And I go, well, I had to tell, like, I had to give the whole story. Like, it's the whole story. It's the stitches story. You know the story.
I know that story. Yeah.
And so
that's not a quick story.
No, it's not a quick story, but I had to give the whole story. And so he's then trying to be all lovey-dovey to me in the car, like hold my hand. And I go, no, you just hurt my feelings. He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, you essentially just told me that I talked the whole time and monopolized the conversation. When I left the conversation, like it was fun. Like it was a nice give and take back and forth. Yeah, you didn't talk. Your fault. Like you should jump in. You have something interesting to say, jump in. Anyways, it hurt my feelings last night.
I'm sorry.
But I had a very nice time and I really, really, really like these people. Like
that's
I
great.
like them. I like them a lot. It's so nice when you can find other couples that you like both of the people, you know? Like Spencer's parents, my old thrower Spencer, who I love, he came over Thanksgiving break to say hi. His parents, we go out every so often. I love his parents. Oh my gosh, I love his parents. We have such a good time. And the only reason I'm referring to them as Spencer's parents, because that's how you know them. Like they are Brett and Tonya, right? Yeah. So they're no longer Spencer's parents to me. They're Brett and Tonya. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the people we went out last night. They're no longer customers from blah, blah, blah. They're who they are. Right. I'm just like, I love that. I love when you can hit that comfortable nature with somebody. I know that's random. That was so random, guys, but that's just where that is. Anyways, John apologized to me last night. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I'm like, well, that's all right. Was I really talking all the time? He's like, no, it's just, you just had a lot to say about the topics. And I'm like, well, I did. And the funny thing is, here's the funny thing. On the way to dinner, he's asking ChatGPT to give him like topic ideas and stuff, like of what to talk, so that he had ideas. I didn't need them. I didn't need him at all. I just talked.
I get that.
Oh, I love him.
I know.
I do. I love him very, very, very much.
So after this, I have a couple things to do here at the studio, and then Dave and I are packing orders today from Small Business Saturday. And like, I know that sounds like a thing that sounds boring, but like,
oh, he must know I'm talking about him. Hold on. I'm going to hit mute. You go ahead. Do you hear that?
It's the Disney theme. I love it.
I gotta finish.
Mr. Prince Charming. Okay. And so it sounds like something that's boring, but Dave always finds a way to make it funny. And so like because like he reads the SKU, he doesn't read like the name of the product. So like we have a bag called an oops bag. And so like whatever the SKU is, like I think there's gonna be a couple funny ones. It's gonna be like, oh God, what was it? Oops in stitches. Like they're always funny. Like I don't know how to describe it, but he always somehow makes it fun. And it's because the tedious process, but like the oops bag is almost always the funniest one.
Every time you
Because,
say
like,
that, I think of oops, I did it again.
oh, me too. Yeah.
Every
ADHD.
time.
It's in my head. And so like, yeah, Maggie. So like we have a fabric that was called fuchsia bees because it was fuchsia and it had bees on it because I needed a name for the fabric. So fuchsia bees. And if I make anything out of that fabric, my husband does not say fuchsia bees. He goes like large project bag in fuchsia bees. And like it's become a whole thing to the point that I had a customer actually 3D print me a fuchsia bee on a sunflower.
Oh, that's
because
awesome.
I needed a fuchsia bee and it sits on my desk.
That's awesome.
And so like he makes it fun, but so he was like, hey, because he had lodge last night, so his truck is here, and then we just drive home together. So we did that. That should be the ELB bag buddy call. Fuchsia bees. And so I was like, well, do you want to come in with me and get your truck and then go home and then come back? Or what do you want to do? And he was like, why would I go home and come back? I'm like, because I have the live with Marly at 11. And he was like, oh, right. 24. I'm like, 24 days. And he was like, right, I forgot. I was like, yeah. Oh, my chair is, I'm melting. I'm melting. Just like,
that's hilarious. That is hilarious.
Doing great. And so
what happened to Lindsay? She's there.
So he was like, well, what if you go in and then do everything you need to do in your office, and then when you're done with that, bring the dog home, we'll let her run around outside for a few minutes, and then we'll go have lunch. So there's this family-owned restaurant in our neighborhood called Oishia, and it is our favorite place to go get sushi. It's our favorite. They have a sushi special where you can get 3 rolls of sushi for like $15 at lunch. It's great.
Nice.
And it's family-owned. I love their hibachi. They do great takeout. They're always busy, which is great. Well, they recently opened a new restaurant on the other side of the interstate. Like they're in my neighborhood, and then this is like over outside my neighborhood a little bit, and it's called Obento. And it's only a lunch spot, and they only do bento boxes. And they have bento boxes at their first restaurant, which are one of my favorite lunch items. And we haven't made it over to Obento yet. And Dave was like, but if you came home and got me, then we could leave the dog at home, go have lunch at Obento, come home, get the dog, and then go pack the orders. And I was like, sold. So I have a lunch date today.
That's awesome. That's really good.
The number of people asked me if I ordered a new chair last night. So here's the problem. Okay. I went online to order my new chair last night. I had decided on the chair. I knew what chair I was going to get. And then yesterday, Angie comes in and she goes, do you guys know about the ADHD chair? I want the ADHD chair. And I was like, the ADHD chair. And she's like, yeah, it's on Amazon. Is it a chair that has like a footrest that you can adjust so you can like put your feet up and work at your desk, or like sit crisscross, or like move it out the way and put your feet on? And now I'm like, well, do I want that chair?
You're cute thinking I could sit crisscross. Like that's not going to happen.
I can't sit crisscross, but like I would
but
like
I have
to have
an ottoman under my desk. Like I put
right. You can put your feet up though. Like you can put your feet up and have your knees up, or like, I don't know. Now I'm torn. Do I want?
I don't know. I will tell you, I'm very pleased with this gamer's chair. Like I've been through a lot of different chairs. Like I had the IKEA chair for the longest time, right? And
that so thing I did too. And then it was like all of a sudden my back was like, nah.
Yeah. This gamer chair has been really nice. And it's funny because my kids they're all like, when you get a new chair, Mom, I want that one. I'm like, well, this one's sticking around for a while. I like it. Oh, so I mentioned it. New free patterns today. So one of them is a crochet amigurumi stuffy. So I know that stuffies are very popular. This is the Alden the Owl, and it comes.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it comes written in 3 different sizes. So you can make one in sport weight or worsted weight or bulky weight. So you have all sorts of choices. It's super duper cute. I've put that link in the video description box. And then the free knitting pattern, you guys, this is what took me so long this morning. I put all of the instructions from the Tournament of Stitches 2020, which was the knit mosaic scarf that I turned into a cowl. Those instructions were separated out onto 10 different pages. And I put all of the instructions on one page. So it's still free on the website, right? But now it's all on one page. And then I updated everything on there. But you guys get that PDF for free. It's a 42-page PDF, just so you know, because it's full of every single row written out. It has charts, it has pictures, it has video links, it has everything you could possibly need to create that project. And so I'm offering that to you for free as well. I've put the link in the video description box. It's a wonderful pattern. So if you guys want those, please go and grab it. I did send out the email already to all of the subscribers to let them know.
I got mine this morning.
Yeah. And then if you guys could help me spread the word about that, that would be awesome. Maybe you made the knit mosaic cowl with me. If there's any chance you would post a picture of yours somewhere and say, hey, this pattern is free today only at marlybird.com, and then put a link to that where the pattern is. Like, that would be cool. Like, you guys are awesome. You guys are so fantastic, and you're helping so much. And it is such a treat that I'm able to gift back to all of you with all of these. I'm trying to really give different patterns that I've never given before during the holiday armadillo or anything along those lines. So I hope you guys are liking these for sure. And so we're pulling things out of not retirement, but really like older patterns that we've had. And then getting them on our list of, okay, this is the pattern that needs to be updated in Canva. Because if you notice, we don't put anything in our Etsy store that has not been updated in Canva. So a lot, like not a lot, but all of my patterns in Ravelry, like there's different formats all over the place because they're just all on Ravelry. But the only ones that are going into Etsy are the ones that we have updated and put into our nice format. Because we're trying to keep that consistent quality over there, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I also, because I had some people email us, could extend the Camp Colorwork discount until today because they got paid today. I extended it. So I extended it out today as well. So you can get that Camp Colorwork course if you have not gotten it. So many of you picked it up yesterday because you're like, this is a hell of a deal, and you're not wrong. It's 50% off. You just go to campcolorwork.com, and when you click on the buy now or whatever, at the checkout, use the coupon code 50 off, 50OFF, 50OFF, and you'll get 50% off of Camp Colorwork. There it is. Are the brims on the newsboy hat difficult? I want to know. No, they are done with slip stitches. Everything's done with slip stitches. And as long as you use the stitch markers, like I tell you how to use the stitch markers, and you follow along with all of my tips I give in the videos and such, you can absolutely do the newsboy hat. Like, those are so cute. They're adorable. You would love it. You would love it. Angie, you're digging in the crates. What does that mean?
They're putting away all the inventory from the live sale. Like, they pulled everything that sold out of the stock, and they're barcoding everything and putting it all away. So I'm guessing
that's a lot. All right, let's see here. Diane, good morning, Lindsey and Marly. I've been doing my part to keep you out of the classroom, Lindsey. That's so cute. Can't wait for the planner camp. My ADHD brain will thank you. All right, let's talk about planner camp, because last night I dreamt that I helped you produce planner camp this time around, but you presented it live, but it was in such a manner that I was able to record it and turn it into a course for you. And so I think that is absolutely something we should do for planner camp this year. I think that this is the time that we do it, because then you can always direct people to the course year round. The following year, you can direct people to the course. Maybe you have extra bits that you want to throw into it. So it could be a paid for course. And then each year, if they bought it this year, as you add the extras, they still have it. They get the extras, but then the new people, it's like you have another reason to buy it. And then if at some point in time you need to updo the course completely, you could make it a whole new course and provide it if they want to. You know what I mean? Just like anything else. But
because I have a bunch of ideas about like digital versions, like digital planners.
Yes.
I keep getting asked to do one in Evernote. I don't know how that works.
I don't
know
either.
what that is.
Either.
I'm a robot, not a fruit. So I don't know if that translates. I do have a digital version of the planner. I have to, I put that up the same time I put up the physical planner. Like when the physical planner comes in, I put up the digital planner because I have to basically rebuild the entire file. Like it's not fast.
Right.
It's a lot of very meticulous, how it's basically building an interactive PDF. You do it, how time consuming it is.
Absolutely.
And I've used it. So like when we had that really bad cold snap last year where like I couldn't get out of my driveway. I couldn't get my car to start. It was like negative degrees. I live in Tennessee, y'all. We ain't built for that here. We like a tender Tennessee Christmas. Okay. Like Amy Grant thing about none of this negative degree, none of that. Yeah. You can take that and go. Like Minnesota, your winter is drunk in my front yard. Come get her. Yeah. Like I live in Tennessee, boo. No. And I left my planner at the office. And I was like trying to like plan out because I lost a week. We couldn't get out of the driveway for a week. So like I was trying to plan out like the sewing that I needed to do. And so I was like, well, I guess it's time for me to learn to use that digital planner. And I really liked it. I learned a lot. But it's just one of those things that like I still have some things to learn, I guess would be the thing. But I am learning it. So yeah, I want to include that this year as well, like for my digital folks who like a digital planner instead of a physical one.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
I just don't know how to do that where you can I don't know how to do that. We need to work on that.
Yeah, I can help you out with that. I mean, if I can get Robin to where she's recording stuff, I can get you there too. And we could absolutely do this for sure.
Okay.
I am going to go and check out if people left comments yesterday. I got to go find it. Gotta go find all of the comments. Okay, definitely make a Lindsey planner camp. I did not look at those comments. I swear to God. And that's the first comment.
Oh my God, really?
I swear to God. It's the first comment. I didn't even look. That's so funny. I agree with you, M. Wolf. So M. Wolf, if you're here, I didn't even know you wrote that, but I think, yeah. Thank you so much for the free patterns and the fun. You're welcome. Love watching you girls. Thanks for all the patterns so far. Marly, you're more than welcome. I'm so glad you guys like that. You're more than welcome. I mean, you guys are helping me. It helps all the way around. You know what I mean? You know what I want to do, Linz, is I want to do something where there is some sort of like not an event, like a something, not a contest, but a show what you've made for Marly, like everything that what is Marly.
I love that.
Like I would love to see that. All right, I'm still going. Says LOL, I knew I had the check me out poncho pattern somewhere because I made it, but I couldn't find it in my files. So I went ahead and downloaded the freebie. I totally forgot it was the first fall in my birdhouse. Anywho, now I have an extra copy. I get that.
Well, the number of times I've had to log on to places and re-download something because I can't find it in my files is not small.
Right. Here's a comment where somebody was talking about time to get up a day. That was from day 2. I could not agree more. Let's see here. I'm making a round vintage tablecloth. It's a pattern my grandmother had. It can be purchased on Etsy Vintage from the 1970s. That's so nice. Cool. And they're also making tree snowflakes from Vintage Crochet Book, 60 Crocheted Snowflakes by Barbara Christopher. Awesome. That is awesome. Let's see. Those are other things. I'm making 3 quilts using panels. You probably can explain that better than I don't know what that means. Is it just like
panel? So panel is so instead of taking fabric and cutting it up and making a pattern, a panel is a piece of fabric that is printed to be you cut out, like it's typically like a scene, or it has a cute saying or something like that, that is the center part, so that you only have to make like a border, or sometimes you just cut that out and then you back it and you quilt all over it and it's beautiful. So it's a way to make a quilt. It's a type of printing on the fabric where instead of it being like an all over print, like instead of being like this, like all over, it is like you can tell where like this is the edge of this like picture.
Okay.
And that's what that is.
Okay. All right, cool. Caitlin says, I'm trying to finish the 2024 Tunisian crochet along from Knitter Knotter. Super fun. I love that designer. She has been a part of 24 Days of Quickies before. There are so many designers who are bummed that we didn't do 24 Days of Quickies this year. Like we got a lot of wonderful emails like of, oh, I missed it. Did I miss it? Or, oh, I understand it's a lot of work. I'm missing it, sort of thing. It was, I mean, it's kind of the designers to do that. It's so much work. I tried to use the coupon for the sock tutorial that said the coupon wasn't valid. It was, I don't know. Okay. The Musselboro hat drew me in when it was marketed as a good use for that special single skein. It's actually not finished yet because I have it set aside as a travel project and haven't traveled in a bit. I think I'll finish it up on the trip I'm taking in January. Interesting. That special single skein. So you're saying if I market something like that, maybe that would work. I don't know.
Maybe.
If I could figure out the special sauce Ysilda has. She's fantastic. She's a fantastic designer.
Brilliant. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, no doubt about it. That makes sense. I'm replying to the comments as I'm reading through them.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable video. Thank you both for the book recommendations. So that was day 3. Thank you so much for the free pattern. Marly, you are welcome. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I didn't know this was going to be just a conversation. I thought it was going to be a new tutorial. Sad face. What do I reply?
I'm terrible at this. I don't know.
I mean, my instinct is sorry to disappoint you. Like, okay. I don't know. I'm just not going to reply. I'm making Christmas baubles for my family. That's great. Okay. Thanks. You make December fun for all of us who love yarn and books. Saying, yay, I love books too. Since August, I have made a child-sized blanket, 2 45 by 60 inch blankets, 1 queen size blanket, 1 Mobius, and 2 sweaters. I have 3 sweaters and a 45 by 60 inch blanket and have to sew 21 pairs of lounge pants before Christmas. Holy moly, Diana Chamberlain. Wow. Wow. Just wow. That is amazing. Jeez Louise, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Just 21 pairs of lounge pants is a lot, let alone the list you read before that.
Yeah, right? Lisa is, I think that's how you say it. She's making the Maya cardigan, which is it was the bonus pattern from Game Day this year. I think it was Game Day this year. So if you have Game Day in your Marly Birdhouse from 2024, I think you have the Amaya cardigan. And if you don't have Game Day for 2024, it is available right now in the Marly Birdhouse if you guys are interested. Both of them, the knit one and the crochet one. We pulled everything out of the vault except Turkey Trot 2024, what we just finished. That's the only thing not out of the vault. It went away. Everything else is out of the vault that we own. Like none of the Stash Busting Quickies are out because I have those with Moogly. So it's not right that I would sell them just on my own. Right. Okay. Muncie says, I have a lot of sock yarn and I don't know what to make. Girl, I got you. I got you, my friend. She's fantastic. She was at Dallas Fiber Fest. It was wonderful to meet her.
Yeah.
Oodles Caboodles. I loved Caboodles. Did you have Caboodles?
Duh.
I loved caboodles so much. They were just fantastic. Oh, that's a comment on a short. All right. Let me get to the next one. Can you two do a buy me a coffee thing or Patreon? So I don't want to do Patreon. Like I just, it's not that I have something against it. I just know I don't want to do it. And as far as buy me a coffee, like if I'd rather you save the money and get yourself a pattern, because then you're getting yourself something. Like I don't know. Like that's the same reason why I don't ask for tips or anything like that. Like, because I feel like tip culture has gotten out of hand. Not gonna lie. And it's just not something that I do. But yeah, it's definitely something that's available to the world. It's just not something that I do. I would much rather you buy a pattern or buy a bag and, or save money to do that and get something on your own and know that you are supporting us. Or, literally just sharing our websites is so valuable. Like it's so amazing.
Like if you okay, I know that I'm going to sound like Kate because she's like, I will be screeching at you this forever yesterday at our town hall. So, on Instagram, if you guys are on Instagram, what when I open Instagram, what am I going to see? I don't know. It could be anything. Oh, it's one of my favorite makers. But, so you if you're looking at Instagram and you see the little send button, this one right here, where you can add a note, see that little add a note button. If you don't want to send it to a friend because you don't want to spam your friends with just like random content, totally valid. If you just leave a note that says like, hey, or love this, whatever, that is considered the best kind of interaction because you had to do something.
It's crazy.
Like instead of just like, you can double tap, that is not on Instagram. That's not good enough anymore.
Right.
So
it's ridiculous.
So silly.
Sorry guys. It feels like I'm making you work for us, and I hope you don't feel that way because that's not it at all.
But like, if you look, if financially that's just not a thing for you right now, you can't buy something, which is totally fine. I understand. Marly understands. It's tough.
Yeah,
we're all in that spot.
Yeah.
If you can't like spend dollars, but you can share our content or share a website or comment on posts that you see, not only is that going to teach the algorithm that you want to see our content, it's going to teach the algorithm that people like you who like the same things as you would also enjoy our content. Right. And that gets us in front of new eyes without us having to pay the algorithm. So that's like giving us money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like buying us a coffee.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked because all of a sudden in my community tab on YouTube, it says mentions. And so it says like some people have mentioned me, I guess.
I didn't know you could.
That always scares me because you just never know what people are going to say. So I just don't so there's this part of me that's like, do I really want to read that? Do I want to read this? Yeah. Do I not want to read this? Do I want to read this? I don't know. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. That's all the comments. That's all the comments I have. So there were no suggestions of what we should talk about. There were no comments about that.
Mindy suggested that we talk about something that changed, like that was a game changer for our crafting. Oh, that's a good one.
Right. That's right.
That's a good one. So here's a fun thing that I learned because I know that you follow Alona Mar.
I do. I followed her before she became popular.
Right.
Because she's hot. Like I was like, girlfriend is so beautiful. Like I was like,
stunning.
She's her.
So beautiful.
She's so hot.
Oh my gosh, she's so
hot, and she's funny and all the things.
Yeah, she's funny. She's strong. She's positive.
I was like, we would be friends. We would be fast friends. I know it.
Yeah. So here's the thing that I learned. Kate also follows Alona Mar, and she does. For those of you who don't know, Kate is a dear friend who helps me with my social media and marketing and newsletters and things like that. She's great. She's also younger than me. Not like she's not in her 20s, she's in her 30s, but she's younger than me, so she's hip.
Okay, I don't even think she's 30 yet.
Oh yeah, she's
Kate. Okay.
Kate, yeah. And so apparently Dancing with the Stars was kind of struggling. I didn't know this because I don't watch the show.
I didn't know I watched it this year because of Alona.
Yeah, it was apparently kind of struggling, but this year had the highest viewership ever because of the amount of social media that Alona Mar was putting out. And all of the other
dancers
stars had to try to keep up with her.
Uh-huh.
And she was being interviewed after I guess one of the shows, and they were like, oh, you're just so popular. You're always posting TikToks and reels. Like, how many drafts do you have in your draft folder? And she went, none.
She just
I don't have drafts.
That's what
and
I
they're
do.
like, what? And she goes, if I have an idea and I record it and it looks okay, I post it.
Yeah.
I don't think about it, I just post it.
It's literally what I do.
And then here's, I think, the most important part. She doesn't read comments.
She doesn't?
Nope.
I could understand that.
And I think that's why. Now, I know sometimes she responds to comments, because there was that whole reaction video she did about somebody saying that she had like a BMI of 31 or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, you're right. Actually, it's 28. But
Because
I'm going to the Olympics and you're not.
Yeah, she's like, not just what pops in here.
I listen to scientists and people who are
Yes.
experts, not just what pops in here.
Yep. I love that.
But like, mostly she does not read comments because she just isn't going to engage. And I was just like, this is the energy that I want to have. I want to be like, I filmed this thing and it might not be very good, but I'm going to post it and then I'm not going to look.
Yeah. I post stuff like that all the time. And then she's also an avid book reader.
Oh, I know. Have they asked her who she would cast for Silver Flame, for ACOTAR and Throne of Glass?
Oh, yeah.
And I love that she always includes herself. Because they asked her who she would cast for Crescent City. She's like, I can rock a red wig.
Oh, yes. She'd be a great Bryce.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. I think she's amazing. She's amazing. She's so much fun. And I don't know how she comes up with all the content that she does. Like, I can't think, like, I'll think of something and then I'll do it. Like, I did the attention, whatever. Like, I woke up that morning, saw somebody do that reel. I was like, I could do that. I came downstairs 10 minutes before I'm going to Costco with John, filmed that, edited it on the way to Costco, hit publish as I was walking into Costco. Like, that's how that went. Yeah. I was like, this is what I'm doing. And so I showed John right before, and he's like, yeah, that looks good. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what to do half the time. It's hard.
Yeah. It's just so, anyway, I just think she's such a study in the way you could leverage social media without it destroying your self-image.
Right. I get it.
Like, again, just such a powerful woman, and
yeah,
all of that. She's also just so funny. Like,
she really is.
Not just what pops in here.
Yeah, I know. I love it. And her
yes, partner, I do have a BMI of 28, but that doesn't tell you how much I weigh or how much lean muscle I have in my body, or how much I can bench press, or that I can pick up a full-grown person.
Yeah.
What it does tell me is that you have a tiny mind, but I'm going to the Olympics and you aren't.
Right. I love it. Her dance partner at Dancing with the Stars, Alden, I loved them together. They were so great. And he was such a awesome hype man. I never watched Dancing with the Stars, like, literally have never watched a season ever. And I watched this season so much that John was like, what are you doing? And then when the Dancing with the Stars on tour came out and I saw they're coming to Indianapolis in like April, I told John, I'm like, figure out where they're going, because I want to go. And he was like, you're kidding, right? I'm like, I am not kidding. I'm not kidding. I want to go. I want to go. I want to see it. I don't know.
And like, I don't know. I thought it was really cool, because like, she was so, I don't know. I'm really impressed by her, and I'm really inspired by her. And I think it's a really great, so yeah. So,
all right. The question of what tool changed your career, or changed your trajectory, or changed what?
Changed your crafting.
Changed my crafting. That's hard, because there are quite a few tools that are big for me. Goodness. I mean, I know this sounds ridiculous, but honestly, finding these hooks changed my crochet, because I was having a really hard time crocheting because my hands were cramping so bad. Yeah. And I tried other hooks with handles.
Yeah. That one's the one that works best.
This is the one that I love the most. This particular shape. I have her other shapes too, but it's this shape that I love so much. I also like the Leather & Company crochet hooks. They don't make them anymore.
Oh no, I met her. She's lovely.
Yeah. So but this particular shape hook, when I found it, it was a game changer for me because I my hand doesn't get tired. So this is a big one for me for sure.
Okay. I'm gonna go get the thing that changed my business this year. And it's a
Change
craft
your
tool.
business? Oh,
Yeah.
business would be
I'm gonna
my
go get it
business.
because
Go
I
ahead.
don't know how to describe it without showing you because it's insane.
All right. Well, if we're talking about what changed my business, Stitch Fiddle changed my business. Like being able to use Stitch Fiddle and use it at the capacity that we use it. Like we use it a lot. And then to be able to have those interactive charts for people, both to follow along with the progress tracker, or if we're doing color work, being able to change the color, their own colors to see, you know, what works for them. Like Stitch Fiddle is huge. And you guys will notice, like I always talk about Stitch Fiddle. I am not affiliated with Stitch Fiddle. I don't have an affiliate link. But do I absolutely think everybody should join Stitch Fiddle? Yes. I think it's like $10 or $15 a year total. Like,
Yeah,
and it's fantastic. I love it so very much. So Stitch Fiddle is, for business wise, that has been the biggest game changer for me. All right, go ahead.
Okay. This is so unhinged, Marly.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. You got to tell people what it is.
No, this is an electric rotary cutter.
Uh-huh.
So that means that I can cut fabric that is at least this thick. So I can cut a pile of fabric that is that thick at one time.
Which, I mean, has to be saving your arms.
Yeah, it's saving my arms, but also it's just like the amount of time. Like if I have a manual rotary cutter, which is what I was using until like February of this year.
Uh-huh.
A manual rotary cutter, I'm pretty strong because like gonna get it done. I can cut about 20 to 25 layers of fabric.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. With that rotary cutter, so like for instance, every like a barrel, I have to cut 2 pieces of fabric for 1 bag. Okay. So if I'm making 30 barrels, I have to split that and I lay the fabric out for 15 of them. Or for 10, I do it 3 times, right? Because 10 bags is 20 layers of fabric. So I have to lay the fabric out, draw the pattern on it, cut the pattern out, stack the fabric. Lay the fabric out, draw the pattern out, cut the fabric, stack the fabric. That's 3 times.
Right.
With that tool, I can cut all the barrels in one shot.
That's awesome.
So like it is like, for instance, I cut all of the face fabric for the thing that I'm doing tomorrow, for the thing that we're doing later this month. I cut all of that. I cut them in stacks of 50.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so I get this. Like I could use Google spreadsheets, but here's what's awesome about Stitch Fiddle. It writes it out for me.
Yeah.
Like whatever I say, hey, this particular color, image, whatever it is, represents a single crochet. And then it reads the row and it populates the instructions for me.
Yeah.
Which is invaluable. I can't even express to you how much time it saves. Like, and it quickly can find mistakes. Like I can find mistakes so much easier. It's amazing. I love it so much. I love it so much.
When I got that rotary, I'd asked a friend of mine who also is a sewist, and he had said, she's not wrong. He had said that he got one because he had posted about it, and I was like, oh, do you like it? He's like, oh, it doesn't curve well. It's really top heavy. I don't like it. So I sent that one back and I got this one, and I was like, oh, can you send me a link? And he's like, sure. Well, the one he sent me, I was about to order, and then Jenny sent me a reel on Instagram, and she was like, we need this. And it was the same thing that my friend had sent me, but it was cordless.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
sign me
up.
Go
to Amazon, add to cart, to cart. Because I was like, well, how much more is the cordless one, right? Thinking, oh, the batteries are going to be like $300 each, right?
Right.
No, it came with 2 batteries and it was $40 more expensive.
Nice.
And I was like, take my money.
Yep.
And like, I have been cutting everything for the year so far with this blade, and I haven't changed it yet. And it's still beautifully sharp.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
Yeah.
All right. This is so off topic, but yesterday I was on Instagram and there was a reel going on where it was a salesy reel, but what it was like, this woman was going up to this other woman whose car clearly wasn't starting, so she was trying to get a jump, and she was like, "Hey, I've got something for you," and it's like a jumper pack that it's a battery on its own that you can plug in so that you don't need somebody else's car to do it for you.
Yeah.
Girl, can I tell you how quickly I went and bought that? Like, safety wise, for women to not have to be on the side of the road to have to wait for somebody to come and help you. Like, I'm like, when you said cordless, that's what I was like, oh, cordless, that's what that, like, that sounds amazing to me.
Yep.
I know. So random, guys. So random. I'm sorry.
Nope. It makes sense in my head.
It's super duper random. I was like that. And it was not, I think it was like $40 or something. It was not that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they've been around for a while. Also, can I tell you,
I've never seen them before.
This is the first time I've worked on this scarf since my sister's wedding in October. And like,
I thought you finished it.
Oh,
Oh.
no, that was the funny part is I gave this to my brother-in-law. I wrapped it in a nice, like I had a bag. It was like on brand for their colors and everything, like gold and black and white. And, you know, and like I packed in my suitcase that I had to carry on the bag. I packed this and the wrapping for that so that I could wrap it when I got there. And like, I am knitting on the subway to get to my cousin's house, apartment. And then when I get there, I put it away because then we went to dinner and like the whole shebang. And so then like I'm knitting on it when we're talking that night. And he's like, and then the next morning, my cousin Wade goes, "Are you done?" I was like, "With what?" He's like, "Parks' scarf." I was like, no, not close.
Saw my dad on here the other day saying I was going to make a scarf, right? And I was like, whatever, Dad, that's not going to happen. Then he texted me yesterday. He's like, could really use an 8-inch scarf wide that's as tall as, my dad's 6'5". So, you know, it's as tall as me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Dad, I love you. That is not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And he's showing me the hat I made him. He's like, it would be great if it matched this hat. I'm like, well, that yarn doesn't exist anymore. And Dad, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm literally not going to knit you a scarf. I think scarves are the absolute worst thing ever to make. I hate them so much.
I get it.
I hate knitting a scarf. That's why you'll see most of my scarves get turned into cowls.
Yeah.
I hate it.
So when I wrapped this up on the day of their wedding, like I threw everything in a bag and we get on the subway and go to my sister's hotel where we're getting ready. And when I gave it to Parks, he pulled it out. He's like, "Oh my God, this is so cool." And then he's like, "Why is it attached to something? What is happening?" He's like, "Are these knitting needles?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "It's not finished. Give it back." Which is really funny because that was a thing my mom used to do. So when we were young, my mom used to make my sisters and my Easter dresses every year. And my mom would put the fabric and the pattern in a box and wrap the box and then be like, "It's going to be a dress. Give it here."
That's awesome.
So I was like, "Hi, Mom."
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I should measure
this.
So I'm trying really hard to get it finished so that he can wear it while it's cold in Atlanta because he's a bartender, so he works at night, so it's always cold. But he just got a really cool new job, so it's closer to the house, which is nice. But
yeah,
trying really, really hard to get it finished. And like my rule with scarves is it should be as like typically for some like Parks is a string bean. He's like 6'3", super skinny dude, right? So like he doesn't have any meat on his bones. He gets cold easy, but also Parks loves to get dressed. He wants to wear a suit every day. He loves an accessory. You give him like he wants to wear matching shoes. Does he need a pocket square, the tie, the cufflinks, the whole thing? Loves it, loves it, loves it. And so a scarf to match his coat is like his jam. He would wear a scarf every single day. Every day. If it wasn't a million degrees in Atlanta. And so I'm trying really hard to get it so that he can wear it this year. And then when I realized that I was just sitting beside the couch, I was like, "Oh, I can take that and work on it while I talk to Marly."
That's perfect. That's perfect. That's so funny because usually we don't knit or crochet on here. And I was like, I'm going to crochet today. I'm just going to work on it. I just put the link to Hirschner's in the comments, you guys, and it is in the YouTube video description. I put it in there also if you guys are interested in going and looking. This yarn is fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. Side note, book-wise, not books like we're reading books, but knitting books. I just bought a couple. hold on, let me open my Kindle because I bought them. I am out of bookshelf space. So the only books I will buy is if it's one where I'm like, yep, I absolutely want that. Like I have to have a physical copy, you know? Why aren't you opening? Open? Says you're open, but you're not open. Are you behind? Oh, you're behind here. No, you're not there. This is weird. Hold on. Let me quit it. Quit it and hit it. Just joking. Let me open it again. There we go. What did I buy? Let me go back. Okay, so I bought some cross stitch books because I like to use their like I use them as pixels.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the Doodle Knit directory is out now.
Is that the one that does the cards? Is that the same guy?
Yes, okay. Same idea. So I bought that, and I also bought Charming Colorwork socks. I thought that was adorable.
Oh yeah.
And then because I like the physical book so much, I bought a Kindle copy of Patty Lyon's Knitting Bag of Tricks.
Oh, I do love,
because it's really good. It's really, really good. There's also another book. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called it's a Mosaic crochet book. I had never seen it before, and I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna get this book. Let me see if I can open it up here and give you guys a link. Hold on. Mosaic crochet. I've starting to build my Amazon storefront so that when I have things like this, I can show you guys, you know, at it, which I think is good. All right, so copy, and I will paste here, and then I will show you the other one. The funny thing about the doodle book is it's very similar to like how we did Mary Stitchmas, you know, where we have all the charts that you can use to plug into the Christmas stockings, which if you don't have that, don't buy it yet because it's going to be on sale next week. Don't buy Mary Stitchmas yet. I know I probably shouldn't say that. Don't buy it yet if you want it because it's going to be on sale next week. Just letting you know. But where did I lose my train of thought? Oh, it's the doodle thing is very similar to like Mary Stitchmas. Doodle.
Marley, someone asked where you got your crochet hook too.
Oh, Touche Crochet. I'll get that. I have an affiliate link for that also. And like I said, the other ones, I have the other shapes. I'll show you. But the shape that I use is this one. Let me get you Touche Crochet. They're on Etsy. You buy them on Etsy. And copy and create a link. And YouTube. Update link. All this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Copy. Touche Crochet. Let me add that link over here too. And then I'll go grab the other one that I have that I'm just like, oh, that did not save. Why did that not save? That's weird. All right. Touche Crochet hook. Save. And then Hirschner's yarn. And I'll grab that link so you guys have it. Again, copy. Put it on here. Save. And hit save. All right, let me go grab the other hook.
Okay.
It's over here in my YouTube studio. So I have it there in case I need them. So these ones here that she has, like I bought these ones. They kind of look like a bullet. They're sort of shaped like furls, I guess. You know what I mean?
They look a little bit more like the Odyssey. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can hold it up here in the big barrel-y part, it's not so bad. Okay. But when I try and hold it down here, my hand's constantly slipping. Okay. Because I hold it like this, right? If I hold it like this would not be bad. If I held my hook like this, it would not be bad. But I hold it like a pencil. So holding it down here, my hand was cramping because I mean, that's small and thin and might as well just be using the hook, right? So the difference here, one is like, see how it's like knobby and this one's just smooth. So this one, I hold it right at the knobby bit and it's still thick. Can you see that? Like it's still, my hand is still thick. Like this is my favorite shape. So these are not bad, especially if you hold it like a knife. Like these would not be bad at all. Which is what I have to do when I use these. I have to hold it like a knife. But I hold this like a pencil. Yeah, I think the difference between a knife and a pencil on, what's the preference? I think it's really just what you learn at the start. Like my grandma held it like a pencil. So I was like, oh, okay. But like, obviously I hold my knitting needles like a knife and there are people who hold knitting needles like a pencil. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, the 2-shade crochet hooks, you can get them with, Susan Bates inline, or you can get the boy, or I think they even have the clover. And they have lots of different shapes. I even wanted to try, there's a shape where it looks like it has like the bulbous part here. And then the back half here is just like, just round. Like, I think that would work. I think I could do that. It's just, as long as it has that bit there where I can put my finger, that's what I need. But when I don't have that, when it's like this, I struggle with my fingers. Now, the other, I have some where they have it to where this bit here is behind the thumb hole up here. And at that point, again, I don't see the point because I need the thumb hole area or the thumb rest because it's under here. So if the thumb rest is down there and it's just a hook down here, unless I'm holding my hook like this or holding my hook back here, I don't like those. Like, I don't mind that my thumb rest is covered with this because that's what I need. I need this to replace that portion. So that's my honest review of those. They've got some really nice ones. They do have some set up that you could buy as sets. I did buy some as sets and then I bought some individually as I went along. I don't know this person at all. I don't know her. I'm just a fan of the hooks. I came across them one day and I was like, oh, I'm going to give that a try. And I bought one. And then I was like, yes, I got to have these. These are fantastic. So that's how I got these hooks.
There you go.
I like them a lot. You guys, now I'm over here looking at them and you're making me want to go buy another because I like them. They're good hooks.
Oh, excuse me. I should not be yawning. It is way too early in the day for that mess.
I know. All right. Anything else? What else could we?
We have another flash sale today because like yesterday was the packet ups.
Oh, okay. Tell me what it is so I can add it in here.
Let me in the private chat. I'll send you a shareable link.
Let me add that to the video description so that way
where are you? There you are. Too many things.
I know, right? Okay.
So the first link that I sent you is the coupon that will like if you click that link, it'll automatically apply the coupon to your cart.
Okay.
And the second link that I sent you is what's on sale. So it's anything from our downward dog or feline fitness fabrics.
All right. So I'm just going to give them where it automatically applies the link.
Perfect.
Copy. And tell me again, downward dog?
Yeah, downward dog and feline fitness fabrics. So it's the dogs doing yoga and the cats doing yoga.
And it's anything with those fabrics.
Yep.
Any style.
20% off. 20% off.
20% off. And there's the code and hit save. All right, guys, it's in the video description box. Confirm that you guys see it there. I just updated.
And I'm going to send out a push notification, which I forgot to do yesterday because I got busy.
Because life.
ADHD.
All right. Well, I think that's about all for today. Tomorrow, you're going to go on at 9 your time, 10 my time with Robin. Yep. And I'm going to go to the track meet. And then Sunday.
Are both your boys throwing, or is it just
Caden is not. Josiah will. Caden's not. Caden took some time off for personal reasons. So just Just Josiah is. And then on Sunday, do you want to do it like Sunday night?
Yeah, that'd be better.
Like, I think so too. For Sunday, let's do it Sunday night. Like, let's have like a stitch and bitch on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay. So what, like 7:00 your time, 8:00 my time?
Sure.
Is that too late? Does that feel good?
I think that's fine.
Okay. I feel like, I mean, I might be really tired, but I think it'll be all right. Okay. All right. So we'll do that on Sunday. So
okay. So Sunday will be 8. Tomorrow will be, we're just going all over the place.
We're all over the place. Hey, you know what? Flexible. You gotta be bendy. You gotta be bendy. Gotta be bendy. All right, everybody. That's it from us today. I hope you had a lot of fun. Don't forget to get those free patterns. Go take advantage of the 20% off flash sale over at Erin Lane Bags. Don't forget, you can still get Destination Lane and grab those planners. And thank you for commenting, and sharing all of our content. We appreciate it. All right. See you later.